Hello everybody, Duncan here, you know me by now. I'm here and I'm going to start today by making my first video, a collection of videos that help you navigate your way through the unmentionable subject of golf rules and golf etiquette. And a lot of you all know my point of view on this, that most of the things in golf are brilliant. Playing the game, the people you meet, being outside, the challenge. Some of the rules are a little bit old-fashioned, dare I say. And there's some things that I'll run you through, the things I like and the things I don't like, and I'll also let you know what rules we apply here on our golf course. And the first one to go through is the speed of play, which is a highly emotive subject in golf, and it is right through all levels of golf, right up to the PGA Tour, where I was listening to a podcast the other day, half an hour conversation between four golfers about speed of play. Now, here's the basic issue, that if I play golf with my friend and we go out and we play 9 holes, we generally are going to be golf ready. So when it's our turn, we'll play. We'll move quite quickly because we're playing fewer shots. We're both young and fit and strong. And we'll get around 9 holes in about 40 minutes. And that's probably the quickest anyone will go around, but vast majority of 2 balls who've been playing a long time or are very good will go around in 50 minutes, 55 minutes, certainly less than the hour. Now let's say we've got 4 new golfers and you've been playing a few weeks on my beginners project. A lot to think about, new people to get used to. They've got a scorecard, they've got a swing to think about. They don't know where they're going, what club to use, balls to look for, scores to remember. There's just a whole heap, a wave of information come pouring at them. And you can forgive them for taking an hour and a half to play 9 holes. And in a perfect world, we would just let them, because they need that time. And it's valuable time exploring all the different things they need to know. But in a world of golf where you've got a 4 ball, say, teeing off at 10 o'clock of beginners, followed by me and my mate, we're going to want to go around twice the speed they are. And so we have an issue on a golf course where we rarely have a whole golf course full of people all going at the same speed. And the onus is to allow the faster players to play through and go past you. And I need to explain some of the nuance of that so you understand the best way to do that, the way I would hope you would do that having watched this video, because the conclusion will be, are you a considerate golfer or not? And the definition of that for me is one whether you allow all those others around you to enjoy their golf just as much as you're enjoying yours. So you're putting the flag back in one of the greens. Let's say you're on the 3rd hole and you've just all putted out and person's picked it up, put the flag back in the hole. At that moment, you look back at the tee, and if there's someone stood there or a group of people, ball on tee, club in hand, ready to go, they might even be teapotting. Teapotting is leaning on your club and you look like a little teapot, short and stout. If you see them on the tee, the probability is they are travelling quicker than you, because in a perfect world, as you put the flag in the hole, they arrive at the tee. So if you look back, no one's there, crack on. If you get flag in the hole and you look back and there are people on the tee, probably time to let them through. You can only let them through if the hole in front is empty. So if you're being held up by slow players, then there's no point letting the people behind past you, because they're not going to get in front of the next group. So we'll work on the assumption that you've put the flag in the hole on the 3rd, you've seen people behind you, and you've made the decision collectively that these people need to go past you. There might be 3 of you and 4 of them. It don't matter. It's just who goes quickest. And it doesn't matter if they're on their own either. They can also go through. Back in the dark ages, a 1 ball was left to rot. They had no standing on a golf course. Thankfully, those days have changed. So we're on the 3rd green. We've decided we need to let quicker players through. We make our way to the 4th tee. All the people in the group do their tee shots one by one. We don't rush. We just do the tee shots. We've got time. We then put our clubs away and we stand by our bag and we wait for the group behind us to finish on the 3rd, make their way over the bridge and join us on the tee. We say to them, would you like to play through? They'll be glad of it. They'll be grateful, I promise you. If you pull over and let someone go past you on a lane down one of these country roads in Suffolk, they'll always say thank you. They should always say thank you. I would always say thank you, although I'm more likely to be the one pulling over. Right, lost my train of thought. So they get to the tee, nice little conversation. They then hit their tee shots, put their clubs in the bag, and they march off up the 4th fairway. You give them, say, 20 steps head start, and then you follow them. And the plan is that by the time they put the flag in the hole, having completed the fourth, that you're all stood by your ball, ready to chip on and play out to join back in the run of the mill. We absolutely do not do a number of things. Number one, we do not try and go faster. It doesn't work. We do not just ignore them. Pretending they're not there doesn't work. We don't wait for them to ask us, because you have to remember they can't get close enough to you to ask to come through, and they shouldn't be on them, it should be on you. And watch the other one, because there is another one. Oh, you don't let them through when you're on the green, so you don't get to where you're putting and then let them, because they're then landing golf balls amongst you. That's an absolute definite no-no. That's what most people do, and that's not right. So you let them through and you carry on. If the golf course is just solid full of people, like it's a Saturday afternoon and there's dozens and dozens of people charging around, that's just the pace of play for the day. And if you're a quick two ball, want to go around in 40 minutes, you're just not going to be able to. You can't expect to go tearing through every single group that's out there. You won't enjoy it, they won't enjoy it, and you might as well just settle down and take your time, enjoy the pace. And if you're on your own, use two balls. Always a good idea. So maybe it's time to actually discuss one or two of the ways that we can mitigate that if we're playing in a four and we're slower than everyone else. We know it's going to take you longer because there's lots to think about, lots to do. You've been shown some technique from me, you've got to get used to everything. It's all fine. Maybe 4 people at once is the wrong number. Maybe if you're taking an hour and a half, you need to be in 2 groups of 2, one after the other, because you'll go quicker that way. You might even just set a timer and say, right, we'll give ourselves an hour and a quarter, and when the beeper goes off, we walk off the golf course. That will hurry you up. More basic things you can do. What are the obvious ones? You should only be talking while you're walking. And that sounds simple, but you shouldn't be stood having a conversation in the middle of a fairway. You should be looking to be progressive all the time. Golf's a rolling game. You move and you move and you move. And you have those conversations when you're moving. But when it's your turn to play your shot, you're there to play your shot. You do your shot. If there's someone who's a bit chatty, I don't know what you do about that. Be delicate, be kind. Another way to make the game move along faster is to be golf ready, which means that, let's say we're walking down towards the third green, Joe's over the left-hand side, I'm over the right-hand side. We can both walk to our ball, we can both get our club out of our bag, we can both have some of the thinking, the decision-making done. It's a quick practice swing or two, bosh, we hit our ball and we move on. It's not the right thing to get to your golf ball and then start thinking about the shot you're going to play. You probably should have an idea as you walk over what club you're going to hit and what kind of shot you're going to hit. So your club goes there, bag goes there, club comes out, practice swing, hit it, move on. Lost balls are another one, and the rules on our golf course are quite clear, but I'm going to do another video on lost balls. It means that if you lose a ball, you've only got 3 minutes to look for your ball. And in those 3 minutes, the golf course won't stop for you. If someone's on the tee waiting, I'm going to contradict myself here. No, you should then go about your business, make your way onto the next hole and then let them through. But losing a ball does slow you down and will bring another group to you from behind, so you will need to let them through. It's the consequence of a lost ball. And then there's my all-time favourite, where you leave your trolley. And let's just take the first hole, for example. You played your tee shot, you played your second shot, your ball might be around the green somewhere. At the earliest possible opportunity, you should take your trolley and leave it in a direct line between the edge of the green and the footpath to the second tee. That's where it goes. If that means that you're going to leave it there and walk over to the other side of the green with your 7-iron and your putter, then that's fine. You can walk over, chip, and then head over to your bag afterwards. It's important that once the flag goes in the hole, that you haven't got to walk 20 yards that way to collect your trolley to then walk 40 yards that way to get to the path. This thing about leaving your bag and trolley on the wrong side, it drives people mad. You always need to get in the habit of finding the earliest possible time to leave your bag in a suitable place where you can exit the green and go straight onto the next hole. That will save you loads of time. That will save you tons and tons of time. What else? We don't have any Rory McIlroys here, and so you don't need to have 5 practice swings. You don't need to line up your putts from both sides of the hole, and probably don't need to throw grass in the air to see what the prevailing wind is doing. be decisive, get to your ball, play your shot, move on. One practice swing is sufficient. One practice swing is enough, and then you move on. And you're trying to be progressive. There's a mindset about moving around the course. The irony of all this is, of course, if you play a little bit faster and you're more decisive and make your mind up and play your shots, you're probably going to play a little bit better. In the end, it'll suit you and everyone else for moving around a little bit faster. So these are just a few pointers. Oh, one more. You've putted your ball in the hole. You put the flag in the hole. See, this loads. 3 people all stood around the flag, all looking back down the fairway, going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I did this, and 7, did that, 8. And then on right on 8, what did you get? Well, I went over there, and then I had 3 in that hedge. I put 1 up the tree and 1 in the bunker. And so we end up with 3 people stood around the flag for 30 seconds trying to work out their score. You need to move off the green onto the next tee and write the scores on the next tee. There's more, but after 11 minutes, I can't think of them. And this is about my 11th go of trying to record this. So if I can think of any more, or if you can think of any more, perhaps you can let me know. And sometime in the next 20 years, I'll do another video. So I hope this has been of use. This is not me having a go at anyone, because we're all in various stages of our development. And it's quite normal and quite right that you go at different speeds. I want you to think about, are you a considerate golfer, or are you a bury my head in the sand golfer? Because they're out there, and I'm sure some of you are watching this and thinking, Now, I don't want this to come as an attack. This is about everyone just trying to play by the same rules. So hopefully this will straighten out the guidance and help you with some information, and then from this point on you can all be the best golfers you can be. Thank you for giving 12 minutes of your life to this video. Bye for now.